What's up, guys? This is going to be a review on the T1E6 Tier 2 Premium Light Tank, and it is from the American line. So let's talk about the armor. It got 16 millimeters in the front of the whole armor and 16 millimeters in the front of the 13 millimeters on the front of the turret armor, as you can see right here. But if we go ahead and show it right here, 6 millimeters pretty much the whole turret except for this little center part. So mostly everybody's going to shoot through this. As you can see, it's really paper thin. The whole armor, of course, not really heavily armored. It does have some sloping going on here, as you can see, but you know, the angle is not going to really save it too much. I mean, look at that, 26, 25. Most guns at this tier have 30 pen and up guns. Some have like 50 pen, 40 something. You know, they will easily go through this armor. So pretty much this thing really has, you know, no armor. It's really weak. 6 millimeters of side armor, as you can see right there on the turret and on the whole armor. And on the rear, I think it's the same thing. Yep. So yeah, guys, this thing, you know, really doesn't have that much armor. I forgot to mention that the mantlet does have some armor. 13 millimeters of spaced armor. I mean, look at, even then, as you can see by these numbers, 30, 45, okay, this is a weird part. It went up to like 398. Okay, so there is some crazy numbers here on the mantlet, but I mean, don't shoot the mantlet, just shoot the 6 millimeter part. So just shoot the whole armor. This thing, it's not dependable whole armor, pretty much go through every time. So yeah, guys, this is pretty weak armor. Let's go over the soft stats right here. As you already know, like in every other video I do on here, I'm not gonna go over the stats, but you know, they are right here, so you could go ahead and pause the video and go through it. So yeah, guys, this is all I gotta say about the armor. I will go to the garage now and, you know, talk more about this premium light tank. Alright, I'll see you guys in the garage. Alright guys, I'm back over here in the garage. So let's talk about the tank. We got 160 hit points, which is pretty okay at this tier. Tank weighs at 9.23 tons, which is, you know, really lightweight. This thing, you know, I wouldn't suggest ramming with it at all. Really good engine power, 244. Really nice speed limit right there at 48.3. Very good traverse speed, which means this thing is really maneuverable. You could turn this thing, you know, really quickly. Of course, we went over the armor. Standard shell damage. Let's talk about the gun. So as you can see, this gun right here, it's really not that good. It is a little semi-automatic gun, so it does have like a little, you know, little drum, little clip, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's only 5 shells, and you can see by that pen, 33 pen. You know, this is a little bit of pen right here. At tier 3, 33 pen is just not gonna work. So this is why we have these gold rounds right here at 53 pen, which is still kind of low, but you know, it will work most of the time. 30 damage right here with regular rounds, 36 with HE. So you get 150 damage if you unload the whole clip. But more than likely you're gonna miss, because you can see right here, 0.51 accuracy. You know, that's pretty bad accuracy right there. Aim time is not too bad, 1.9. Gun weighs 65, so that's a little bit. It is a 37 millimeter gun, of course. And the time of one shell loading, half a second. And a complete reload is about 5 seconds. So that's all we gotta say about the gun. What else? Rate of fire, 42.86. And this is my actual reload at 4.77. This is with a, what is it, 96? Yeah, pretty much a 96% crew. We do have ventilation also on this. 38 turret traverse speed. Turret turns, you know, pretty quickly. View range, this tank lacks in view range, as most, you know, tier 2 tanks do. And yeah, really low view range at 260. Signal range 325, again really low, but you know, compared to other tier 2 tanks, I'm pretty sure that's, you know, the average. Alright, now let's talk about the ammunition. So you can see right here, I got 40 AP, 35 APCR, and 5 high explosive, you know, just in case. But most of the time you're going to end up shooting APCR, because this pen really is lacking. As you can see, 25 through 41. Yeah, it's just a little bit, you know. It's you're not gonna pen a lot with AP unless you get into a tier 2 game. Tier 3 game, this is a necessity. You need APCR at tier 3 matches, otherwise, you know, you're not gonna pen anything. High explosive, very low amount of pen, of course, and the damage barely goes up, which is why, you know, I wouldn't really carry HE except for, you know, just in case. That's why I only got one clip in here. I have only 5 shells. Matter of fire extinguisher, you know, just in case. I have a lot of them, 45. Small repair kit and a small first aid kit, pretty basic. Oh, and APCR rounds do cost 800 per each shell, which means that, let me see, how much is it? Yeah, it's 4K for a whole clip, so kind of expensive there. Alright, let's talk about the crew. Well, I don't really have any skills on this thing because I don't really play it too much. But, you know, I would suggest probably camo. What else? We got maybe recon to increase the view range. Let's see, Deadeye, this could help also because, you know, you get a critical chance, and this does help with rapid fire guns, like that little clip, you know, would do some damage. So Deadeye would be a good perk. A lot of these perks, you know, would help it. Snapshot, more view range also helps, more signal range helps, and these are the commander skills. Most of these skills will help the tank, so it's, you know, it's pretty much personal preference here. Smooth ride would be nice. Clutch braking, this thing already turns really quickly, but, you know, why not? Off-road driving, you know, again, why not? It already moves really nice. It's really mobile. This is pretty much, you know, just your preference, guys. And of course, loader skills, not too much skills here. Probably would just get camo. Yeah, guys, it's really not too much. Or actually, a lot of these skills would help the tank. Loader skills probably not as much, but yeah, most of these skills, you know, work well with the tank. Now let's talk about the equipment. We got, you know, only a few things you could equip on it, and I chose ventilation, a gun lane drive, and coated optics. Now, you know, this is all your personal preference. Light ball liner could also be a nice idea, and it's really cheap at only 50k credits. And, you know, it would help, you know, from the crew dying, or, you know, just from all this type of stuff right here. Camo net, you know, I don't really suggest this because this gun really cannot snipe. I think it was at 350 meters and higher, it won't be able to shoot anything. So I don't really recommend camo net, because obviously if you're gonna have camo net, you're gonna get the binoculars, because this is kind of like a little combo you would use. This thing's not a sniping tank, so I don't recommend binoculars or camo net, unless maybe you want to play this as some sort of a passive scout. Maybe you could do that, but other than that, I don't really recommend equipping these. Toolbox, I guess, you know, don't really recommend that either, because your tracks are not really going to get blown off. You know, you're mostly just going to be getting, you know, shot and getting penetrated pretty much every time. So what's the point of the toolbox? Plus it's pretty pricey. So yeah, guys, ventilation is cheap, only 50k. Now gun lane drive, I bought this on sale. It was at 250k, but I just bought it, you know, just because why not? I had a lot of money laying around from the event, so I decided, you know, just why not? Same thing for the coated optics. I bought it at 250k, just for the extra view range. As you can see right here, I have a actual view range of 287, which is again really low, but, you know, I just decided, you know, why not? Because there's really no other equipment, you know, you could put on this tank that would really benefit it, you know, a lot. So I decided to go with this little equipment right here. What else is there to talk about with this tank? Like I said, this is a really mobile tank. It's really, you know, really mobile. This thing could easily flank. Has, you know, really good speed. People kind of say it's kind of like a powered up T1, which does make sense. Tanks do also kind of look alike, and I think they might have the same gun. This gun's pretty much almost the same type of gun, with lower pen. I mean, with higher pen, I mean. So the T1 actually has better guns than the, you know, T1E6. So pretty much this is like a little bit of a more buffed T1. But yeah, I mean, this tank's okay, you know. I mean, like I said, I don't really play it too much. If you're really into light tanks, I say why not, go ahead and try it. But I'm not really a light tank player, so yeah, guys. What else can I go over with this tank? Again, let's talk about more about the gun. The firepower on this thing, you know, if you land all 5 shots, this thing, you know, it's really good, because, you know, that's 150 damage, which pretty much would kill a tier 1 tank, or, you know, pretty badly cripple it. And for a tier 2 tank, you would probably cripple them, because, you know, if you penetrate with all your shots, because, yeah, like I said, this thing does have pretty shitty accuracy, so there's a chance you probably will miss 1 or 2 shots unless you perfectly wait for it to aim. And I don't really do that with this thing. I just, you know, just hold, you know, my click button and just let it unload, and there's always one or 2 shots missing. But yeah, the firepower, you know, you shouldn't underestimate the firepower of this thing. You know, 5 shells and a 5-second reload is really, you know, this thing does have some firepower. It could do 150 damage easily. But don't forget, it's lacking in pen, even with gold rounds, so that is a problem with this gun. Alright guys, what else can I talk about? As you can see, I do have camo paint just to give it more of a camo bonus, because its camo is kind of good, as it is a light tank. So I just decided, like with my other equipment, you know, just why not? Just go ahead and put it on here. Most people won't really equip this light tank this much unless they play it every day or something. I just play this, you know, daily doubles, or sometimes I play 5 matches with it a day. You know, I won't really play this tank too much. What else can I go over? I mean, there's really not too much to go over with this tank. Its armor is, like I said, pretty shitty. Its gun could be lacking because of the pen, but if you do land all 5 shots, you know, you will do damage. Which, of course, you can avoid the pen problem by flanking targets, which, you know, will help. But like I said again, the accuracy is, you know, really shitty. So pretty much this. Sorry guys, my Bandicam cut off at 10 minutes, so I was, you know, making a really long video there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, pretty much the tank has no armor. Its gun is lacking, but you could make it work. And yeah, there's really not much else really to say about this tank. It is a premium tank, of course, and there's one thing I forgot to mention. The shells, the AP shells cost, you know, no money, so you can make money with it, I guess, somewhat, but it is a low tier tank, so you're not going to really make much. Maybe like 10k a game or something if you do really well. But yeah, most of the time you will be firing APCR, so you're not going to make too much money. What else was I going to go over? No, I think that would be it, guys. I mean, it doesn't really play like a regular light tank as a scout or anything because of its low view range. So I would play this thing kind of like just a flanking tank. Look for your opportunities. If you come up against heavily armored targets, tier 3 tanks, most likely, just load APCR right away, or there's a high chance you won't pen. That's just some little advice to give you guys. There really is nothing else to say about this tank. So yeah guys, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I will post some gameplay. I did get a mastery badge, I think, in this. Like, yeah, I got a mastery badge in this game. And, you know, it's pretty hard to get because, yeah, as you guys already know, tier 2 and tier 3 games, you know, random battles really have, you know, not that much good players and shit. And yeah, it just kind of sucks playing those type of matches sometimes. And I was actually able to get a top gun and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and post that gameplay video soon. But yeah guys, this will be it for my video. You guys could go ahead and comment, you know, leave comments or whatever, like the video, dislike it, you know, it's all good. So yeah guys, I'll be posting that gameplay video soon. I'll see you guys later.